ADATA XPG V2 memory kits are optimized for the latest Intel gaming platforms. Check the link in the video description for more details. I don't even know what GAMDIAS means. To me it sounds kind of like an adjective, like, oh man, that was so GAMDIAS. Yeah. Or something, anyway. This is the Zeus from GAMDIAS. This is the esports edition. It is a laser gaming mouse that is capable of 8200 DPI, just like most of the other gaming mice these days. So that particular feature doesn't set it apart, but I'm hoping that what we'll find when we open up this mouse right here is other things to set it apart, like those little things that they thought of that someone else didn't, like we saw with their keyboard not that long ago, where it was kind of like, oh, okay, there is still innovation in the gaming peripheral scene, and there is still room for improvements to be made. So let's start with what's inside. They've got reasonably nice packaging here, so the cable sits in there and the other stuff sits somewhere else. They've got the mouse itself inside, as well as documentation that talks about the GAMDIAS Olympics or something, so has harnessed Zeus's most powerful weapon into something, but anyway. Okay, next we've got, looks like a cleaning cloth, or whatever this is. What is this? Accessory storage pouch. Okay, so the weight tuning piece right here, which you can adjust sort of where the weights sit, can go inside the accessory pouch, as well as extra Teflon feet, okay, and some GAMDIAS stickers, which you could apply to your things if you so desired. More Teflon feet, and finally an instruction manual. And this is kind of unique, so most of the main points about the mouse are actually inside here. So it supports up to a 1000 hertz polling rate, which is pretty standard. It has a 32-bit Cortex microprocessor inside it. So guys, just to put that in perspective, you might think, oh, well, it's a mouse. I mean, what kind of processing power does it need? And you'd kind of be right. But there are things that a mouse will need to do. So for example, if you're running a complex, extremely long macro, it might be beneficial to have a better processor. If you are trying to track over a particularly difficult surface, a better processor might benefit your mouse. And so just little things like that. But I mean, it's still probably a little bit overkill, to be completely realistic about it. So let's get into the mouse itself. So the first thing you'll notice about the mouse is it actually has quite tasteful lighting effects. You can cycle through profiles and you can actually see which profile you're on visibly with an LED indicator under the mouse wheel up here. There you go, we got some red, some orange, some blue, some lots of different colors, so you can configure those within the HERMES software, which is, I mean, this is like the funniest thing I think I've seen on a product in a little while here. So check this out, guys. So one of the buttons on the mouse is configured, this one right here, to launch the downloader page. So check this out. Click. Basically, it's a macro that goes start, run, and types in GAMDIAS.com. I love it. So because the mouse has onboard memory, it has 512K onboard memory, you can actually set up things the way you like it, and then you can just use them that way on any computer. So they've, of course, done this at the factory so that it's set up that way. It's got 9 programmable buttons, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, middle click 9, and then the left and right buttons themselves. And that pretty much does it for the top. It has a nice soft touch feel that isn't sort of too soft. It still has a tiny bit of texture, but it's a little bit slippery as well, which I think is going to be good for durability in the long term, unlike something like the Logitech G9, which I have an old G9, and it basically just peeled away, and Logitech's basically come out and said, all of our new mice, yeah, they don't peel anymore. So anyway, this doesn't look like it's going to have any peeling issues. And now we can move on to the bottom where we see more lighting effects. These ones look really, really cool. So it's like a red underglow. It looks outstanding. Speaking of things that look outstanding, check this out. So these right here are some of the finest ergonomic adjustments that I've ever seen on a product at all. So you can actually adjust the width of the mouse in 3 different places. Here, here, so this piece right here, you can actually see there are gaps in the mouse, okay? So here, as well as here, can be adjusted either in or out with 3 separate wheels on the bottom of the mouse. And I can tell you guys that it is very dramatic, the difference between the mouse fully sort of clamped together and fully extended. So good on GAMDIAS for coming up with yet another innovative sort of implementation of something that is an idea that's been done before, the whole adjustable ergonomics. Speaking of adjustable things, you can pop out the back here, just like that, and it flips out 5 little weight compartments. So there's a little thing right here, so you can start taking them out, but I didn't have too much trouble taking it out anyway. So you can just kind of pull up on them like that. So they're 4.5 gram weights each. There you go, little 4.5 gram thing right there, and you can adjust them however you want. The overall finish of the mouse is very, very nice. I mean, there's just little touches like the braided cable. I do appreciate braided cables just because they're a little bit more cat-proof. Little like shiny GAMDIAS logo here on the top. So with all of that said, what do you get for this mouse? You get something that's very adjustable. I want to give you guys sort of a quick look at the ergonomics. I'd say for anyone with medium-sized hands, this is going to be quite a comfortable palm mouse, because you can see my hands are a little bit on the small side, so I'm going to have trouble reaching that last button right there. But the other three, I can roll my thumb along, no problem, no difficulty there. These can all be easily reached. But if you have medium-sized hands, this is going to be a really nice palm mouse. And if you were to widen it fully and you had quite large hands, you could probably claw it a little bit as well. It should be noted that in spite of the adjustability here, these are quite strong, so there's not much flex to them. Even, I believe it's this one right here, the bottom one, that is fully extended. I can go ahead and I can squeeze that pretty hard, and you're really not going to see any give to it. So good on them for getting that right on their first attempt as well. That combined with the fact that it has a full set of replaceable feet is pretty nice to see too. So thank you for checking out my unboxing and overview of the GAMDIAS ZEUS. Don't forget to subscribe for more unboxing reviews and other computer videos. Like the video if you liked it, dislike it if you disliked it, and leave a comment if you are directly related to Zeus, the God of Thunder. Liars, all of you.